Hi, fourth graders. Today we're going to open up our book to page 34, and we're going to be working on learning how to write the letter W. So go to page 34. The letter W is called a tow truck letter, and that's because it's going to have a little line that comes out to pick up the next letter that you're writing in your word. So O is our first tow truck letter, and we're going to be learning about some more in the next few weeks. Here's our W in printing, and here's our lowercase w in cursive. You can see they're very, very similar. So we're going to start at the top and go down and up to make one U. Then we're going to trace that line back down, and we'll go back up to make another U. There's our W. And then once you've finished and you've traced and you've gone from the bottom line all the way to the top, we're going to go out for a little toe there at the end to connect to our next letter. So let's practice these. We'll start right here. We're going to trace a couple until we get really good at this. And then we'll try one. And trace. Follow your line back down. Try to make both those U's the same size. Try to make sure you're hitting the bottom and the top. Let's trace again to get the shape in our brains. Okay, I think we got it now. Do one more right here. U, over. And let's try to do our best one yet. One U, trace down another U, and a little line out ready to connect. Look through your list and pick your favorite one, the one that you think both of them are the same size, the same shape. You're hitting all of the lines. Go ahead and circle your best one on the line. As you're practicing, some will be great, some won't work as well. That's okay. We are learning and practicing to grow. Let's try writing some words. Our first word is W-A-S-H. So you notice that the toe right here is going to toe over and connect to this letter A right there. And so we're not going to start at the bottom this time. Let's see what it looks like by tracing it first. W, toe over, and then we're going to go around. And S and H. Okay, so we're towing that next letter. So our W is like the tow truck. Let's try it right down here. Wash. W. Go over. A. S. H. Our next word is wood. W-O-U-L-D. Let's see how it toes over and then goes around. And this is another tow truck letter. So we're going to toe over to the U. So we're not going to go down to the bottom line at all here. W, toe, O, toe, U, L, D. Wood. Our next word is claw, C-L-A-W. We'll start here at the top. C, L, around and over for your A. Up, one U, two U's. There's your W. Claw. And flew. Remember, when you start the F, you're going to start right on the line. We're going to go up and down, and then we're going to try to hit right back at our starting point. So F, L, E. Here's our U, and toe out. Flew. Look through those words and pick the one that's your favorite, that you think matched the best out of all of them. I think my favorite one here is I think I did a really good job on flew. I like the F, L, everything's nice. So go ahead and circle the word that you are most proud of. Celebrate that success. And let's move on. We're going to start our capital W's. Capital W is just like that lowercase. Okay, so here's our capital W in printing. Here it is in cursive. You'll see the only difference from lowercase is it's going to be taller. We're going to start up above and go down. We'll try it again. So we go up, we trace that middle line back, straight up again, start at the top, trace up, or go up, trace back down, up again, and out. So 1, 2. So we want both of those about the same size. We want them nice and tall and ending at the same spot and reaching down to the bottom. Let's try another one. U, out. And one more. U, trace it back down. U, out. There's our W. Look through and circle your favorite one. One that was really even, met the lines. Those two U's matched each other. You ready for a sentence? It says west is the opposite of east. So we have a couple tow truck letters. That O we've just learned right there. And then we have our W right here. So let's give it a try. West, we'll go up really high, and we go all the way up there, and we do our little line out. We're going to break away and pick up our pencil here. E, S, T is, we'll start at the bottom, is the, we'll start at the bottom, up, down, and around, cross your T at the end. West is the opposite. Okay, we're going to start at the end and do our tow truck right here. O, P, P, and we're going to go up and down and around. O, tow truck. So you'll see that S is kind of flying right there, and that's okay. That's how it connects to the O. Of, so we'll start at the top. We come off, we go up, down, out. And this time our of, that F isn't going to connect like it did up here, because when we connect to the O, it's just going to get stretched out a little bit. East. E, A, S, T. Make sure to use your punctuation mark at the end. And now we're going to practice some of those tricky connections with our W. Okay, so we're going to move to page 35. Because of that tow truck, some things are going to be a little tricky to connect, just like the S and the O were. So the crank us up to tow us. So that H, we got to start way up here at the top. And so we're not going to go back down to the bottom. The H is going to fly a little bit. So let's practice how we would connect an H to a W. Way up here, going back down and around. Let's practice. They're not giving us much room to practice here. Okay, let's see how it connects. Here's our first word, who. So here's our W, and we'll connect up high and come back down. O, we'll go around and out. So W, remember both lines are going to go straight to this line right here. We're going to come out and up straight from there for who. And then our O is going to come out and over. We're going to do that one more time, because again, O's are one of those things that we can learn a little differently in different books. So this one matches that one a little better, where we go all the way around and then we come out at the end. Our next word is what, W-H-A-T. So we're practicing that. Tow truck with the H, come out, up, down, around, up, straight and down. What? You can see my H and my T are going to try to be nice and tall and even. Where? These are really important connections because these are words we use a lot. E, E. I did it again, guys. I did my old E, my old R, so let's try the way we're learning here. W, H, E, R, E. And the word Y, W-H-Y, W-H-Y. Another tricky connector can be this I right here. So when the I, we're going to start it up here. Instead of going all the way to the bottom, we'll start it up high. The R, the E, and the S are all ones that are going to get cranked up by that tow truck. So let's practice by tracing I, and then practice our own I, R. E is going to fly up in the air a little bit too. And then the S isn't going to touch the ground like it usually does. It's going to have its tail hanging up. Let's try those together. Fold that. Our first word is wish. W-I-S-H. W-I-S-H. And just be sure to dot that I. Wish. Right. W. We're going to come over, and then we're going to make that R, and then we're going to come back up. I-T-E. We. W-E. That E's flying up in the air a little bit. And here's the word jaws. J-A-W-S. So there's our J. Up and around for your A. W. S. Dot your I. And we are done with our letter W. Great work, everybody.